Alright, hello everybody. I'm Dizzy771, and today I have Arzota, another media team member, and we got Leah Warrior 14, which is art, and we have Chris6672, which is Polgrath, and they're two of the leaders of the Arcane Delvers. And that's creepy how you're staring directly at me, even though I'm in soul mode. And they're going to show us a little bit for the new series. This may not be the first posted, but is the first recorded of the continuation of the old Area Spotlight series. So, go down the valley and show us what's up.
Alright, well, I guess we should start off with our most recent project, which you can see in front of us right here.
I'm just gonna head down so move over to it.
Yeah, that is the town of Millennial. It's a bit of a joint effort between Malinor and the Delvers, and it's run by myself. And it's nothing much to speak of. It's a farming town and a mining town for all our resources.
Yeah, it's a little sleepy.
Yeah, so it's like a sleepy little elven town.
Alright, so what was the thought process behind creating this?
Well, our base is kind of overflowing for space. We needed places to house our members, and on top of that, we needed basic resources and supplies. So
The guild's that big.
Yeah, we've got 50 players that are active, so it's sort of hard to keep them all.
50 or so players. Another question for you guys. Roundabout, how long have the Delvers been around, and what was their start?
Oh boy, that was quite a while. Mid to late Ashlon, they started out. I was just sort of hanging out, and I got like mugs or something. And being a low-level illusionist like it was doesn't really do much to stop sending mugs. So I met up with Richard Taris, who's MC at Janitor. We were like, hey, we should make a guild focused on defending mages. And that sounded cool. So we set up, and we just went from there.
Wow, so you guys have been around since early Aslan?
I'd say mid-Aslan. Not quite the beginning.
Alright, I'm out of soul now.
You see right here is the Keep of Actalare, or Actalara, however you pronounce that.
It's however you want to pronounce it.
It means cursed rock in Elvish. I don't know what the thought process behind that was, but
Could be all the dead people.
And here we have our many gates.
Is there a reason for the many gates?
Yes. We had Flays raid us a couple times.
Of course.
They weren't very successful.
Alright, now, we've already answered the purpose. Now, the Delvers are known as being, as well as a just normal hang-around guild, to be focused on magic.
Mm-hmm.
Polgrath, will you teach me magic?
I'll get back to you on that one, but...
Well, our official policy, we have a lot of people...
Let's point them to the board.
Yeah. Right here, you can say, you may not ask to be taught magic, you will be denied. And it might seem harsh, but the reason for that is we have a lot of new players come to us because they want the cool pew-pews and the magic firebolts. And that's understandable, everybody wants pew-pews, but we simply don't have the capacity to teach that many people, nor are we certain that they'll be able to roleplay it right. Which is why we're so selective with teaching magic, and I think the entire server is kind of like that.
Alright.
That sounds like that.
So, show us around the base a bit.
So we have some housing. My room is
Feel free to walk into them.
over there. I have some dungeon cells for the plethora of insane people we have in this base. Our houses.
So,
We have,
living quarters in this area, basically.
Yeah.
And here's the library. Pretty impressive.
No, we actually have
Not
some
bad.
in-game books. But most of those are tucked away in a secure vault. We can show you the vault later, too.
Alright.
And here's the dining room.
That is a tooth from a really big shark we killed.
Oh, great. So, you killed a giant shark. I take it there are events as well, going along with this?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, the Delvers are basically the guild of events. I guess the best way you could describe us is like Hogwarts meets Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's possibly the best comparison I've ever heard.
The Magical Guild of Adventuring.
Yeah, the Magical Guild of Adventuring and Ruin Exploring and Monster Hunting.
There's sort of been like in sort of the craft history, a real deficit of adventure of RP as much as people, like it. It's sort of a staple of fantasy.
There you're going to see our magic training room. We have some final element rock down there, which is endstone, and it is supposedly...
What's final element do? Oh, I am
supposedly
failing.
It's like a battery for mana. It helps you cast more spells and wear out less quickly.
I'm not sure what the apparent lore on it or not. There's sort of a spacey, but what exactly it is.
Alright.
And over here we have, I guess what you could call as the main attraction.
Yeah, it's sort of fenced off.
Touching the skulls is like touching the pillars. Whispers drift around the pillar. Pending events. If you touch it, it'll knock you out. Is golden colored metal cracked the more fear you feel when you stand near it. What's the deal?
Well, in roleplay, when we discovered the space, there were skulls everywhere, and they all led up to the center of the ruin, which is here, in this apparitional pillar. Now, we don't know how the souls got trapped in here, or who did it, or how to get them out, but what we do know is, to the people who approach it, they immediately pass out in fear, and we've had more severe cases of suicide as well.
Yeah.
That happened once.
It's pretty nasty. It's like having a paranormal activity in your house 24/7.
Alright.
So, artifact-wise, what you guys got?
Oh boy. Time for the Volt Tour?
Yes, I think it's time for the lab tour.
Alright. Oops.
I'm just
Oh yeah, well,
the most recent room in here.
this is our training room / daycare center, because we have...
Oh god, I have to get a view of the daycare center.
Oh boy.
It's like a crazy room from an insane asylum. It's beautiful. There's even like moisture dripping from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what that is, but...
Do you have any idea how many toddlers we have? We have like 12.
Too damn many.
Yeah, the
It's like
alchemical grotto.
It's just a fancy little garden. Nothing too special, but that's pretty cool.
Bravo's just following us, questioning the existence of everything.
Bathroom. Of course, very important. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
This is the site of many a FTB.
And,
Remember that, kids.
it's,
How do you
or
think the
not.
Delvers got all those toddlers?
But if you're interested in strictly bathing, you hit this curtain thing, and ta-da!
That is an unpassable curtain. It's
The hell do
mother
you
of
people
curtains.
make curtains out of here?
Alright, this is like... This lab... Well, first off, to your left, you will notice the giant sentient mushroom.
What's the story behind him?
Let's show off this
Ooh,
part
well,
with that.
Vienna knows this better than me. Godwin's staffer apparently has an illegitimate mushroom son who is now in our possession. Which is why this is a sentient staffer shroom named Ivan.
We have
Ivan.
no way
I
of
remember
showing
that
it
name.
at the end because it doesn't talk. So we think
Throbs
it's smart.
frequently.
You see, he's saying hello.
Interesting. Just remembered a question that I think Garzota forgot. What's the ranking, the leadership of the
Oh,
guild?
yes,
Oh,
the
right.
ranking. Sorry,
So,
I completely
it's
forgot
pretty
about that.
simple. There's the Mind Lord, which is me, and then there's the... How many regents do we have?
We have 6 regents who are myself, Mianacom. So wait, we have Artemek, Mianacom, Dizzy, who is you,
That's me.
Ev, who is a water mage, Fuel, and Smoke. Now, here we have the first part of our very large vault, where you'll see we have some books. This door can only be opened via magic for extra security. Got telekinesis.
The majority of these notes here are, I believe, from the Necromancer events.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that, but you were.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess I'll explain that if you weren't there too much for it. If you read the apparition lore, I believe there's an apparition trapped in that pillar. Now, apparitions apparently can be corrupted by necromancers, and the Delvers are being plagued by an evil necromancer.
Which, very likely the two are connected.
Okay, you want to show off the preserves first?
I'm going to bash my way in. Come on.
Alright, we are completely opening the doors.
The majority of these come from,
Monster slaying events.
yeah. You got
Monster.
a dead elf.
We don't burn the body or anything. We don't mount it we don't mount its head. We dissect it. We take the parts for science.
Here is some of your flesh art.
Oh yeah, that was from when I got flayed, and they gave me the flesh.
Fun.
My GUI, hold on.
Yeah, on to the. I wasn't quite finished with the rankings yet.
I found Gaius's skull.
I heard that there are two kind of lower ranking things. I know one of them is Pathfinder.
Well, let me actually explain it from the bottom up. So when you join in the guild, you are an applicant. That's what the rank is. You don't have an official rank. After a while, you become trusted, and you get to choose between 3 trees. Now we have the Tree of Force, which is all of our fighting Delvers. We have the Tree of Mana, which is all of our magic users. And we have the Tree of Shadow, which are our scouts and rangers. Now, you can either become a Pathfinder, a Vigilant, or a Mage. So, and Pathfinders are the Rangers, Vigilants are the Warriors, Mages are the Mages.
And then Tier 2.
There are Tier 2, which is basically the same thing, except held in a more high respect. Then you have the Regents, who are the 6 I named, and then you have Polgrath, who's the leader of the entire guild.
Oh yeah, of course.
And
well, that explains it a bit better. I was always kind of wondering that myself.
10 points if you can translate this, anyone who's watching.
More final element, that is Salamander's Orb. If you touch that, we will have to amputate your hand.
Why?
It doesn't do anything. We'll just cut off your hand.
Oh, okay. Testing area.
Alright, I'll open some doors.
I heard that there was another Delver base before this giant ruin.
Oh yeah. It's
give us a bit of...
It got demolished.
There we go.
Because we built it was like a tube. It wasn't very pretty.
The tower got demolished. The rest of the base still existed, and we actually lived there for quite a while after that.
That makes sense. Now, on to a more political aspect, because that's the stuff I love in roleplay.
Oh boy.
Delvers. Enemies, alliances. How's that going?
It's
better than ever, actually, because... Well, I mean sorry, we keep overlapping each other.
Oh, yeah.
We have some troubles with the Flays, but we are actually an unofficial branch of Orin's Imperial Magistrate, so we are good. That is basically our alliance with them. We run a town with Malinor. That should be self-explanatory. The Dwarves have always been good with us. We used to live in their land.
We're just bros.
And the Orcs, I think they're just indifferent to us, and so are the Ka.
I mean, I'm sure the Orcs would raid us if they felt like it, but they'd raid anyone if they feel like it, so...
Alright. Well, I think we're going to wrap that up here. This is going to be the first recorded, not necessarily the first put out, of the series. Post some comments, maybe say where you want to go, what you want to see, who you think we should talk to and ask some questions, maybe some questions you want answered, and suggest a texture pack. That would always be fun. Alright, well, see you guys later.